folks, to the world of madness and insanity. If you watched my last video, I introduced you briefly to a Johnson guitar. JD27. We briefly inspected it together, if you remember. Well, since then I went completely over the guitar and checked everything on it out. Got to go ahead from the owner to, well, let me just get the camera and I'll show it to you. This guitar is going to be a wild trip. This will probably be a two-part video, more than likely. Let me show you what I found. Hold on. Some nice inlay work there. Johnson guitars. I like that inlay in the neck too. Blue Ridge guitars, I think, use that same design. Show you a shot inside. There you go. Johnson JD27. Okay, I have inspected this guitar very closely. Lord Almighty, it needs everything, man. Show you this. I showed this on the other video. You can see the bridge is almost off of it already. There are the main X bracing. Am I zoomed in? No. The main X bracing right here where this crack is. The main X bracing has come unglued from the top. And there's voicing bars that run across here, which have also came unglued from the top. That's why it cracked here. It moved. This is about where the end of the X bracing ends. I'll have to check that out closer. This crack, well, let me show you right here. Check this out. If I can hit it just right. Yeah, look at that. That should be coming out right here, but instead it's going inside the guitar. So that tells me there's some serious issues going on right here. Got to get the bridge off. That's the first thing I'm going to do, is take the bridge off of it and get in there and see. I'll check the bridge plate. Looks good. I'm hoping that everything pulled away from that bridge plate and the bridge plate itself is not damaged. It looks okay through mirrors. I have looked at it, but get this bridge off of it, we can tell more about it. Check that out. So that's one issue, right? That one of the many. If I can do this, I don't know if you can see. If you can see this right here, the back is pulling away from the sides. So we gotta get in there and glue this back. Now probably what I'll do is use one of these, a little pipette, and I can take this, suck it up full of glue, and get back inside of there. You can't. I got to get some light in there, but get back inside of there and put glue where it needs to go. Either that or this little device here, which goes right on the end of a glue bottle. And I could use really thin viscosity glue that would, you know, work back in there really well. I'm not sure yet which way I'm going to go with that. Probably maybe the same methods on these braces back here that I've let go too. One of these two. I definitely want to use wood glue on those braces. Tight bond. Now, you've seen all of that. It's also got to have a fret job, a complete fret job. So we got to level these frets, dress them, crown them, polish them, the whole bit. There's some keys loose, I think maybe all of them, almost. So we're going to go over all the keys, tighten up all those screws, glue the back on, do the fret job, take the bridge off and fix all that. Fix the braces. The guy wants a tusk saddle put back in place of this one. That's what came out of it. That's a compensated saddle. It's plastic. I checked it. This guitar is going to sound way better than it ever has. I'm sure of that when we get done. But that's a long time down the road. Man, this baby is starving for love. So, and the owner rather, you know, in order to fix this where you can't see it, I would have to do a lot of refinishing work and sanding, and just, you know, there's this crack. And as you can see there, it looks like the bridge has moved backwards. I don't know why that looks that way. Maybe you can tell more about it when we get inside of it. And then there's this little crack. You know, that X-bracing has moved probably enough to do this. But, so anyway, rather than redo the whole thing and put, you know, new finish and fill these and fix them where you can't see them, at a much cheaper cost, we can fix them and seal them, and you won't have any more trouble with them, but you will be able to see them. So he's decided to go that route, so that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to set the camera up here on the tripod. We're going to figure out everything we need to get this thing off. I don't think it's going to take very much. I've got to heat it and cut it off. Hold on. So this is just cardboard, a bunch of cardboard. I cut this out to go over the bridge. Cover the face of the guitar a little bit. Have a couple of damp washcloths. Just some extra precaution for the guitar. We don't want a lot of heat on the face, because these braces are really loose in here, bad shape. I'm hoping they're not broken. Well, I looked at them, they're not broken, but they are a lot of things going on in there. It's got to be corrected. Okay, so what we're going to do now, I'm going to attack it with this. How many of you guys know what that is? We want to get that bridge surface on this. We want to get the bridge surface up to around 120 degrees, maybe 125 degrees. I can check it with this. You probably can't see the light because it's so bright in here. Right now it's 81 degrees, the bridge is. And it's hot in here too, so that's why it's that hot. So, let me get this hooked up. Hook it right here. Yes, sir. So you're probably going to hear a lot of noise in the background. It's like, there's, you know who that is, I'm sure, cue ball at large. It's really cold outside tonight. We got fans and blowers and everything running away. I'm going to try to get this iron with this at about 120 degrees. And it's already up to 100. It gets the hottest in the very center of the iron, so I want to concentrate on that being on the bridge itself. And it's not even started to heat up yet. So this is going to be a slow process. I will bring you back once we have it heated up. So we have it at 125 degrees. Is what we're setting on right now. Good and warm. Check this out. Boy, it was lucky that all of that didn't come up. That's terrible, man. That is just freaking terrible. Look at that. It pulled the top apart. It's no wonder the braces are loose. I do have some good news, though. If I can get you a shot on this camera. Oh, come on, man. This is really tough to do. I'm trying to show you the good news. Check out that bridge plate. The bridge plate is perfect condition, man. Look at that. Luckily, it didn't damage the bridge plate. Very luckily, it did not damage the bridge plate. So, and there's a funny looking hole right here. It almost looks like someone drilled it. You can see how much stuck to the, pulled away, stuck to the bridge. And you can also see, now take note of this. Man, you gotta see this. Look right around the very edge of that bridge. All the way around it. I hope you can see this on the camera. I don't know if it's getting it or not. I think it is, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I can see it in the camera. There's not even any glue there. No glue whatsoever. A good 1/8 of an inch from the outer side of the bridge, the edges of it, every edge of it, from an 1/8 of an inch to a 1/16 of an inch inward, there is no glue. That's why it pulled apart. Well, we can fix it. I'm just glad the bridge plate's okay. So hold on, let me figure out here, get my head in gear and think about this. Well, as luck would have it, I have a Thompson's belly reducer. I can't find all of it. I don't know where half of it is, but this is going to work. There's a lot of deflection right here, even with no strings, no pressure, anything on it. I know it's because all those braces are loose inside, okay? The top has pulled away from the braces. Braces are fine once they're glued back. But when I glue the braces back, I don't want to put these big clamps on here and pull the brace up to the top. I want to push the top down to the brace because, you know, there's like 3 braces and voicing bars right in this area alone that have come loose right there, and there's probably 1/16 of an inch or more than that between the bottom of the top here and the brace. So I'm thinking that the braces probably never even moved, but you know, but the top moved a whole lot, man. I could see that right away. So my theory is to, like I said, rather than shove the braces up to the top when we glue them and clamp them, I want to shove the top down to the braces because I feel that they moved less than what this top has. I put some blocks inside, put these clamps on it. I don't really need another clamp. These 2 are doing it fine. Tightened them up until it squeezed that back together, or shoved the top back down. Tightened them up until it shoved the top back down. It went down a long ways, man. That crack right here is wide open now. But I'm going to hang a heat lamp over top of this, and I'll use my temperature gauging device and probably put about 100 degrees of temperature on this top with it clamped down like this, and leave it for 24 hours. I may leave it for 48 hours and just let the heat work on it, and you know, so when I take the clamps off, the top will stay down as much as possible. Then it should be touching the braces actually. Then I can get in there. I know which ones is loose now, and there are a couple more than I thought. I found some more loose stuff around this crack, but I believe that after a day or 2 with the heat lamp on it and keep this hot, keep the pressure on it, keep it flat, I think you know, it will hold better when I glue the braces to the top. And like I say, I won't have to put clamps in there and shove the brace up to the top because they're already touching right now. Let me get the camera and I'll show you inside. Okay, what you're looking at, you're looking through a mirror, I don't know if you can, it's probably hard to tell where you are, but you're looking through a mirror. There's the other side of one of the C-clamps. I put a block of wood in there at the end of the bridge plate. Same thing on the other clamp. And this is very straight and flat, so I put pressure on both sides of that. When I laid this on there, it would just rock both ways, back and forth. I put pressure on both sides of it, pulled it down until it pulled this top down, this deflection, pulled it all out, so we're good there. It's even more solid. But just to give you a rundown on what's going on, I'll hang a heat lamp up here and let it hang down and keep heat on that for at least 24 hours. I'm more than likely going to leave it for 48 hours before I even touch the guitar again. So that's what's next to come. Give you one more shot inside of it. There, maybe you can see it a little bit better this way. Same thing on the other side, if I could get on it. There's a block under both sides, right at the end of the bridge plate. The bridge plate, if I can see if I can get a shot of that for you. There. That bridge plate is in fine shape, man. It just needs squeezed back down a little bit where this top has let go. So there you go, folks. I guess she's going to lay dormant for 2 days. So we'll see you then. Stay tuned. Cheers.